Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We're here today with a Sims 3 speed build and we are continuing on our journey to give Sunset Valley the makeover it deserves. So this is Erin Kennedy's house, and if you remember in the last video, we gave her a makeover. We, changed up her outfits, we made her into the Sim I want her to be, and now we're going to work on her house. So if you haven't seen the last video, basically my plan here is I have been looking for a project for a while to fill my time, and I've decided that giving the Sims 3 world a makeover could be fun. So I've settled on Sunset Valley just because that one is my absolute favourite world. Like, that's the one I spend the most time playing. Like, I know this world probably better than I know the town I live in now. So that's the one I want to make over. That's the one I want to sort of dedicate my time to making better, because I'm more likely to use my made over Sunset Valley than I would be to use my made over Twinbrook. Though I mean, if I have a lot of fun doing this, I might do the other Sims 3 worlds as well. It just kind of depends. I'm just doing this for fun. Yeah, this is Erin Kennedy's house. So Erin is a very sort of simplistic Sim, I feel like. And I wanted to carry her traits into the build. So Erin is a technophobe and she also can't stand art. So that means the only electronics we have in the house are lights and appliances, like the stuff we need for living. And we have like no decorations in the house. Well, we've got some plants and things, but we don't have any wall hangings, which is not a way I typically build. Like, I love putting up posters and pictures and art, and it's very strange not doing it. But I did struggle with her budget a little anyway, so maybe it's a good thing I couldn't afford art. So sort of with my makeovers, I'm wanting to kind of stick with what we've got and work with what the Sims 3 team gave us. So in terms of Sims, that means I'm not really going to change genetics or anything, just because, I feel like any Sim can be pretty if you style them correctly, but you obviously need to work with what they have. Like, some Sims suit certain styles of clothing more than others. So everyone can look good if they dress well. So that's like my plan here. We're not going to change skin tones. We're not really going to change weight. We're not going to change features. We're just going to give them a makeover. We're going to give them like a palm per day. Like, storytelling wise, just say they've gone to like the spa or something and they've been given like a full treatment. They've been given a new outfit, makeover, the works. Like, if you go for like a palm per day, you don't get major reconstructive surgery. The only sort of thing I am more willing to tweak would be Sims traits. And even then, I'm only going to change them if I feel we have some that fit better. So for example, in my Annalise Riddle makeover, I replaced her friendly trait with evil, just because her bio said that she has these deep, dark, horrible thoughts. And I feel like evil is more of like a core trait for her than friendly, because friendly would just be like the facade that she puts on, like the sort of disguise when she's in the outer world, but her core is evil. She has these nasty dark thoughts of like murder and mayhem and that kind of stuff. So I did feel that evil fit her better based on her bio. And for example, obviously Sunset Valley is a base game world, so if we've got traits from newer expansions that I feel fit Sims better, then I'll replace some of their base game traits with like newer traits we have. And in terms of houses, that does mean I am working with the budget that my Sims have. So for example, sorry, I keep saying for example and then never providing an example, but my example for this is Erin had 1,300 simoleons when we started, so that's what I had to play with, that's what I had to spend. And if I wanted something more expensive, I had to sell something to make that money back. I want to live within my Sims means. If I added like motherload into every household, every house would have a mansion. They'd all have these really expensive and amazing houses. But that's not realistic, and that's also not the way I like to play. In my own game, I never use money cheats. In fact, the only game I ever use money cheats in is The Sims 4, and that's just if I'm building. Like, if I was playing The Sims 4, I wouldn't use money cheats there either. I really enjoy the grind. Like, I love a good rags to riches tale of success. You know, I want my Sims to struggle. I want them to get, you know, from the ground up, you know, started from the bottom, now we're here. You know, I want them to work for what they have. Sorry, that was really embarrassing. I need to stop. But yeah, I find that enjoyable, and that's the way I enjoy playing. So I wouldn't want to play in a neighborhood where everyone has these super bougie mansions. Like, that's just not it. That's not what we want. So it's a fun little added challenge, I guess you could say. But with Erin not liking art, so with us not having any wall hangings, I did try and add some intrigue into the walls based on the wallpaper. So we have added in some patterns and things, just to kind of spice the rooms up a little. But the house is very blue. As I said in her Create a Sim, blue is Erin's favourite colour. And I do need to get better about not just using a Sim's favourite colour and incorporating other colours as well. But I didn't. I didn't. But I kind of feel like it fits Erin's personality, you know? She likes what she likes. She's a very simple Sim, you know? She doesn't like fuss. She doesn't like busyness. She doesn't like, you know, in-your-face decor. So she's going to be happy with her little blue house. And I kind of feel like her home is going to be her little stress-free sanctuary. I mean, Erin works in the military, so I imagine she gets deployed. She has to do some really hard things in her line of work. So when she comes home, she's going to want somewhere that she feels at her most comfortable. And if that is in an all-blue house, who are we to judge? Overall, though, I am quite happy with how this makeover turned out. I think it came out quite cute, and I'm having a lot of fun doing them. I'm really looking forward to getting into my next makeover. Now that I've done Erin, and I just had so much fun doing it, which it's going to sound weird, but I'm very surprised I'm having as much fun doing this. Because, you know, in The Sims 3, gameplay is what I focus on most. Like, The Sims 3 was the game I've learned to build in, and back in the day, I was an amazing Sims 3 builder. Not to toot my own horn, but, like, I knew all the build cheats. Like, I could use constrained floor elevation and make things look good. I could probably not do that now. But back in, like, my younger years, I was a pretty decent Sims 3 builder. So I would quite like to sort of regain my skills, I guess. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun doing it. It's been different doing like Create a Sim and building and then not playing with the Sim. It's been very different because that's not what I'm used to doing in The Sims 3. Like in The Sims 4, like I'll build a house, upload it to the gallery and then never touch it again and I won't think anything of it. But I just wouldn't ever do that in The Sims 3. Like, why would I build something I have no intention of using? Like, that's ridiculous. Who would do that? I do that now. It's me. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. So I'm very excited about this project. Like, it's given me something to work towards. Like, you know, this has been like the most motivated I've been to make videos in a very long time, I will be honest. Like, I was looking through my channel and stuff the other day, and I realised I didn't post anything like the whole of February. Oops. But yeah, no, I'm feeling very motivated, and you know, I'm having a good time. I'm passionate about what I'm doing. I'm enjoying it, and that is the main thing. You know, like we need to do what we find fun. Like, life's too short to not do that. Oh God, sorry, I hit the mic in my passion. But yeah. I mean, I've been thinking a lot about things recently. I mean, because, like, this is, like, the millionth lockdown we've been in. So, you know, I've had a lot of time to, like, reflect on things. And, I mean, the way I was kind of treating this before is maybe not the way I should have treated it. Like, marketing on social media and stuff. Like, you have to, like, no, for all intents and purposes, you have to like sell yourself on social media to try and get someone, like, to get a crumb of attention. And it's like, I don't enjoy that. Like, I do not want to do that. So I've just not been. I've just not been. I'm not doing what, like, popular challenges or anything. I'm not doing what other people are doing. You know, I'm doing what I find fun, and I think that's very important. And I'm just very happy. I'm just very happy. I quite like how this kitchen turned out. We do have quite a bit of like dead space in here though, so I think if we had more money, I'd like to put like a little like breakfast bar or something in there. Because I mean, we do have like a full dining table, but I do think a breakfast bar or like a coffee station or something would look nice. I also think this is the type of house that a dog could fit into. Like, I'd quite like to get Erin a dog, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Also, we made a lot of money from her bed, so that's exciting. That was probably the highlight of this build for me, is finding that bed was like over 1,000 simoleons, and I'm like, yes! Because I like to use the Showtime bed. It's super cheap, it's only like 650, but it has some of the best stats. So I always try and get the Showtime bed. Especially when Sims are like starting out. Like in a mansion, I will get whatever bed I fancy, but you know, if we're living on more of a budget, then the Showtime bed is what we go for. Also, a lot of the patterns that I'm using in this house are ones I've downloaded recently, so I'm sorry if I'm not using in-game patterns, but I'm just having a lot of fun testing them out. Because honestly, I will probably never release the Sunset Valley. Like, I would never sort of provide it as a save. So I am sorry in advance if that's something that you were hoping for. But, you know, I have custom content in my game. Like, I don't have a lot of it, but I do have custom content. And, you know, I obviously want to use the stuff I've downloaded. Like, The Sims 3 is one of those games where I feel like you don't technically need custom content. Like, I'm happy enough playing, like, the base Sims 3. Because, you know, a vanilla Sims 3 was what I was playing for years and years and years, just because my laptop struggled to even handle that, let alone putting in mods and custom content. But now that I have them, I do want to use them, so I'm going to. But obviously as a result of that, I don't feel comfortable sharing the save because it will have items from other creators in there, and I am not going through every single sim again and just taking off all the items I've just put on them. Like, we're not doing that. But yeah, so Sunset Valley will not be up for download anywhere when it's done. It's just for me. It's just something we're working on. You know, if there was like a massive demand, you know, I could go back in and we could do like a Sims 3 world, like vanilla, just using Sims 3 items. But then again, like if I was just using Sims 3 items, I wouldn't pack restrict or anything. Like, I would just use all the Sims 3 items I have. And I do have quite a bit of store content as well, because controversial, but I love the Sims 3 store, and I would happily drop all my money in the Sims 3 store. I see, next time I think I want a Sims 4 pack. I am just gonna put the money into the Sims 3 store instead. I think I'm done with the Sims 4, and I know I've said that quite a lot, but I honestly do think I'm done buying things for the Sims 4 now. Because realistically, it's never going to improve, and it's never going to become the game that I want it to become. So like, I'll obviously still use the content that I have, but I'm not gonna add to it. Like, I have some thoughts and feelings about DLCs and games anyway. And The Sims is one of the few games I actually actively buy the DLCs for. But, you know, The Sims 4 is taking that to new extremes, and I'm not comfortable with that, and I don't want to be like complicit with that anymore. So I think the next time that I want to buy something for The Sims 4, I might just treat myself and get something from the Sims 3 store. Now, before you say anything, I obviously know the money's going to EA. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, I know it's not like a boycott of the company if I still buy from the company, but that's not what I'm doing anyway. I would rather spend money on a game I enjoy more, and I would rather have more content in a game I love than more content in a game I tolerate. You know? That's the way it is. Like, there's still a lot of things for the Sims 3 store that I would love to have. The deliciously indulgent bakery, yes please. The canning station, the wood fire stove, the greenhouse. Oh, there's so much that I want. So I do think I would just sort of maybe sink like 20 quid into sim points and just go mad. And honestly, I would have the best time. If I do that, we can maybe do like a shopping trip video, and we could go along together, and I could like fill my cart and then spend all my money in the Sims 3 store. And oh, excited just thinking about it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh my gosh, we're into the screenshots. I didn't even notice. I'm just going to stop rambling here. So I hope you have enjoyed it. I'm sorry like my voiceovers are all over the place because they always are. It's me. I have no attention span and just cannot shut up. So that's an issue. But I really do hope you have enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of the house. Let me know if you liked how it turned out. Any comments or suggestions, always welcome. Please leave them down below. If you have also oh god, sorry, hit the mic. If you have also enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like and subscribing because that would mean the world to me. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the very next video. Bye!